Hey everyone, and welcome back to our deep dive into the world's most unsettling mysteries. Today, we are looking at something truly unique, a story that blurs the line between movie magic and genuine supernatural terror. You've probably heard of cursed films like The Exorcist or Poltergeist, but have you ever heard of the strange traces of the pig demon found during a ghost movie production? It's a tale that has been whispered among crew members for decades, and today we're finally piecing it all together for you. The story begins in a remote mountain village, the chosen location for what was supposed to be a standard supernatural thriller. The production team wanted authenticity, so they picked a site with a long history of local ghost stories. Little did they know, the area was legendary for something much more specific: the pig demon. According to local lore, this entity wasn't just a spirit, but a physical presence that left behind evidence of its passage through the woods. The crew was warned, but as they say in show business, the show must go on. On the third night of shooting, the first strange traces appeared. The lead grip arrived on set at 4 a.m. to prep the lighting rigs and found something that shouldn't have been there. In the freshly tilled mud surrounding the main cabin set, there were massive, deep impressions. They looked like cloven hoofprints, but they were the size of a grown man's hand and spaced out in a bipedal walking pattern. There were no pigs in the area, and certainly none that walked on two legs. The atmosphere on set shifted instantly from professional to paranoid. Local folklore describes the pig demon as a vengeful spirit of the earth, often appearing before great tragedies. It's said to be a massive, hairy figure with the head of a boar and the body of a man. While the crew tried to laugh it off as a prank by local teenagers, the details didn't add up. The tracks led directly to the wall of the soundstage and then simply vanished, as if the creature had walked through the solid wood. The locals who were hired as extras refused to return to that specific location after the tracks were discovered. Then came the technical glitches. During a pivotal scene involving a seance, the high-end digital cameras began to malfunction. The footage wasn't just corrupted, it was being replaced. When the editors reviewed the dailies, they found frames of static interspersed with what looked like coarse black hair covering the lens. The audio technicians also reported a strange, guttural grunting sound underlying every take, a sound that wasn't picked up by the boom mics during the actual performance. It was as if something was standing right next to the actors. Things took a darker turn when a physical scent began to permeate the set. It wasn't just the smell of a farm, it was a cloying, heavy stench of sulfur and rotting vegetation. No matter how much incense or air freshener the production assistants used, the smell persisted in the main cabin. One of the lead actresses claimed she felt thick, hot breath on the back of her neck during a solo shot. When she turned around, the room was empty, but a patch of fresh, wet mud was found on the floor exactly where she had felt the presence. The most chilling physical evidence was discovered by the costume department. While prepping the lead actor's wardrobe for a night shoot, the stylist found several strands of thick, wire-like black hair snagged in the fabric of a coat. These weren't human hairs, and they were far too thick for any local wildlife. A local vet who looked at a sample later claimed they resembled the bristles of a prehistoric wild boar, an animal that hadn't been seen in those mountains for centuries. The pig demon was no longer just a story, it was leaving DNA behind. As the production reached its final week, the director decided to set up motion-activated trail cameras around the perimeter to catch whatever was stalking them. Most of the cameras captured nothing but wind-blown trees. However, one camera, positioned near the old well, caught a single blurry image. It showed a massive, dark shape, too large to be a bear, leaning over the well. The figure had a distinct snout-like profile. When the crew went to check the well the next morning, the heavy stone lid had been pushed aside, and the interior was coated in that same foul-smelling mud. The production finally wrapped, but the cast and crew were changed forever. The director, usually a skeptic, refused to ever speak about the pig demon in interviews, simply stating that the location was challenging. However, the mystery didn't end with the movie. When the film was finally released, Viewers began reporting seeing a figure in the background of certain scenes, a figure that wasn't an extra and wasn't supposed to be there. A dark, hunched shape, watching from the edge of the forest, in shots where the actors were supposed to be completely alone. Looking back at the logs and the surviving photos of the tracks, paranormal investigators believe the production might have inadvertently performed a ritual. By filming a ghost story in a place with such a dark legend, they may have fed the entity with their collective fear and attention. The pig demon wasn't just haunting the woods, it was reacting to the movie itself. To this day, hikers in that mountain region report finding those same oversized hoofprints whenever a film crew or a large group of outsiders enters the valley, as if the guardian is still there, watching. The movie eventually became a cult classic, known more for its behind-the-scenes legends than its actual plot. Fans still visit the old filming locations, hoping to find a trace of the pig demon for themselves. But most return empty-handed, or perhaps they're just too scared to admit what they actually saw in the shadows of the trees. It serves as a reminder that some stories aren't just meant to be told. They are meant to be left alone in the dark corners of the world where they belong. So, what do you think? Was it a clever marketing stunt that got out of hand? Or did a movie crew actually cross paths with an ancient entity? Let us know your theories in the comments below. We love hearing your takes on these strange cases. If you enjoyed this dive into the pig demon's traces, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on the world's most mysterious occurrences. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.